I'm not going through it again. See, I had this big introduction for you guys. I threw out Daytona 500 winner. I threw out Kansas Speedway winner. You guys are like, I don't know where you were. So I did my part. Now you just get to come on up. Car owner gets his own microphone. That's how it works.
I'm the boss.
Now, the one thing I've been told is you guys need to get a little closer to the microphone so they can hear you in the back.
Jacket.
Dressed up in jeans. You missed the memo.
McMurray and I were working today. We had some sponsored deal today.
Okay.
That's why we're dressed like this. This isn't our normal attire.
Even for a car owner, you're not normal?
Well, a little bit, you know. I took my tie off. It's in my pocket here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get right to the questions. Who's got a question for any of these gentlemen up here? Anybody want to start, or you want me to kick one off? Well, you guys had all kinds of questions for the other two. Nothing, huh? Not big fans of these guys. All right, well, you guys are done.
Hey, thanks.
Now, you know what I did want to ask you, though, is you were involved in so many different forms of racing as a car owner. And you were also, at one point in time, a minority owner in Major League Baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yes.
How different is it between your Grand Am stuff, your IndyCar stuff, your NASCAR stuff, and baseball?
You know, the hardest thing that you know, I certainly enjoy the auto racing. I think you probably all know that. And the hardest thing from my involvement in baseball was it was the same season. You know, the seasons, when the seasons were hot and getting started, they were together. And when it was the off season, it was the off season. So it was sort of difficult for me. So I divested myself of baseball and stuck with racing.
All right, we got any questions yet? Yes, sir, right here in the Liz hat.
How much does it cost to run a team?
How much does it cost to run a team? Which one?
The NASCAR.
NASCAR. Way too much. No, it's a pretty good, I don't think it's any big secret. It's about $15 million plus the driver. Yeah, I don't think that's a big secret. Yeah. No, I
didn't hear that one.
I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, okay.
I'm really glad to have him back. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And yeah, very glad to have him back. And the nice thing is, we had a nice. You know, I remember the day Jamie left me, and you know, it was a tough day for me. And but he manned up and he came over and he grabbed me and he said, "Hey, I got to talk to you." And he pulled me aside. He told me what was going on, and you know, I always respected him for that. And so we fortunately, while he was on his semester at Sea there, we stayed in touch.
Semester at Sea, that's pretty good. How about it, Jamie? I mean, when you were with him at the first go around, you became.
You guys are making it sound like Chip and I were married or something. It's kind of spooking me here a little bit.
You had incredible success. You became the quickest driver to ever get a win in only your second race. And then at the end here at Roush Racing, there was a bit of a lull in good finishes. Now, as soon as you come back, Daytona 500, poles, competitive every week.
Yeah, I talked about this in the meeting that Chip and I had today about leaving and going to Roush Racing. You think of Roush as being one of the biggest teams in NASCAR, and you know, I felt like that's what I needed to be able to go and contend for a championship or to win races. And it's been great coming back and driving for Chip and Felix and Teresa, and it's about getting with the right group of people at the right time, and it's been awesome being back, and obviously winning the Daytona 500 was the biggest day of my life, with the exception of getting married. My wife will tell you. But you know, just not only that, but winning the pole at Fontana, and then winning the pole last weekend. And then just the way that we've run really all year long, it's been a lot of fun, and it's been the funnest year for me in racing that I've ever had. So we're only 10 or 11 races in. We've got a lot left to go, and certainly I wouldn't trade this year for anything. It's been awesome.
Next question. Okay. Yes, sir, right here. What do you think about the new pole qualifying schedule for Indy?
It's going to be extremely tough. You know, I think already with having 3 opportunities to try and qualify at Indy, for the driver, you're so on the edge that you kind of really only want to do it once. And now this year, having I think all cars try and qualify between 11 and 4, and then they have the top 9 try and compete for the pole between 4:30 and 6. So, you know, you could have an opportunity of doing 5 qualifying attempts
That's just in one day.
and that's just in one day. So it's going to be extremely tough, even to not crash a car. Because if you do that, it's going to be even worse. You're going to start at the back. So a lot of pressure on the drivers' teams, and with over 40 entrants this year, you're going to have no track time to practice on qualifying day, which is going to make it even tougher. Years previous, we've been able to go out, practice, then line up and try and qualify the car, and that's going to be all gone now.
It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see it. Go ahead, sir.
Did you ever drive an Indianapolis 500? Where'd you finish?
Hey Timmy, how you doing? Yeah, I drove. I drove there 5 times. Yeah, 82, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Best finish of 8, right?
Yeah, my best finish was 8.
That's pretty stellar.
Yeah, no, I mean in '86. I passed Al Unser twice and he won the damn race. I mean, it's just weird how things happen. You know, you go out, you don't know where you are in the race, and your car's good, you know, and I passed him twice. So he won the race.
All right, where are we going next? Yes, sir, right here.